There we are. All right, everybody. I'll see you soon. Oh, So to begin with today, for those of you which are brave enough to explore this challenge, it is something you can do separate to our talks, and it is based in awareness. There are two parts to this challenge if you are willing to take them. The first part is which arises first? Is it the part of your mind, your conscious mind, that deals with thought? Or is it your subconscious mind that deals with feeling? Is one before the other, or do they both arise at the same time? This is based in a pure awareness to look and to find out. And the second part to this challenge, if you are willing to take it, where does this arise from? Now, this is not a simple challenge, and it is also not one for someone beginning their spiritual journey, but rather is at a level for those which are a little more advanced and have practiced some awareness exercise. Now, normally I have started with a talk and a story regarding some fable or some teaching that should be passed on. But today there was a challenge, one of discovery. You should not use your mind to put some structure or analysis around, but purely awareness to watch. So let us continue. A spiritual journey is becoming the best version of yourself that you can be. And the first part of that journey is to understand where you are. And of course, this has been spoken about many times. And in accepting and understanding where you are on your journey, then this will allow for growth, but not necessarily give growth. Allow for your unfoldment, but not give you the unfoldment. Are you a person that has just started your journey and are still dealing with the world, the physical world that you see in front of you? Or are you one that is exploring your inner world and discovering what it is and why you act the way you act? Now, much of your personality has been based in maybe beliefs, understanding, and of course from society, often to conform to the desires and needs of family members or parents or peer groups. But there is also the exploration, not just of your beliefs, but your triggers, what makes you act or react in certain ways. Where does that come from as well? You see, the journey of unfoldment is looking inside and seeing that there are beliefs which lead to behavior. And these beliefs that you have, perhaps the way a relationship should be, or the way a spiritual journey should look. These beliefs are often based in other beliefs, and those based in false belief. So the exploration within yourself is one of working through, let's call it your samskaras, your issues, your karmas, your belief system. And if your family told you you should behave a certain way, then this belief is inground and becomes a basis for your life and also for your spiritual journey that you take. Now, all samskaras will be removed in time. They all go. And you will eventually feel like you are as clear and pure as you can be. It is only the time it takes to remove the samskara that is in your control. Do you remove your false beliefs today, or will you wait a while and then remove them? And what determines this is how you do your spiritual work and how willing you are to look within yourself and decide, well, this is a belief I have. Is it true? So your spiritual exercises start to change the way you view the world, and eventually the world around you appears to change as well, as what is on the inside of you becomes reflected back to you in the outside world. It is rather like your connection within your relationships with your loved ones, be it your partner or your children or your parents or others. That I'm sure you would say your ideal is a clear, loving, committed, friendly relationship. But this also means there should be a friendly relationship within yourself. Because otherwise you will view the world either with your friendly nature or your unfriendly nature, either with love in your heart or fear in your heart. And therefore, how you judge another is a reflection truly of what is going on within yourself. So to be the best version of yourself you can be, it is an act of clarifying your inner world and beginning to look inside with your awareness to see your false beliefs. If you do not look, you will not find. If you're not willing to look, you will not know they even exist. And you walk through the world asleep, not knowing the beauty that you possess. You live the world of pain, fear, and difficulty. So before I continue further in what you can do about this, I think it's appropriate that we take the healing list of names now, please.
Jeannie, Jeremiah and Maureen, Cynthia, Lua, Neum, Ardelia, Malada, Tim Coulter, Bob and Doris, Denise and Steve, Kat, Guy and Helen, Graham and Wendy Beck, Suzette, Rose Frazier, Howard, Teresa, Greg and Amanda, Tracy, Eric, Stephen, Matthew, Marianne, Jody, Jill, Katie, Mitch, Suzanne, Stephanie, Chantel, Tia Marie, Laura, Katie, and Nicole. Thank you.
To walk your spiritual journey and to allow for your inner world to become as clear as possible. For the flow of love through you to be as pure as it can be. For the feeling of contentment and peace. For the feeling of love. To see love and peace, and maybe spirit if you're capable, within all parts of the world at all times. It's all not only possible, it is purely, when do you want this? How much do you want peace in your inner and outer world? Even at times of great difficulty, there is still peace in the world. Are you willing to do that work? You see, the path must be one of someone who is willing, someone who is desiring of this peace. And this may not be a simple and easy path for most people. In fact, for some, it may mean being taken away from where your life is, to look within and to create new beliefs and new pathways, new structure. And this may be done in hours and days, but for some, it is for much longer periods of time. You see, it is possible to change your personality, but it is not so easy to do. It's rather easier to look within and change your inherited beliefs. And this, in time, will come into your personality. This work will begin for you all. As I said, it's only when it begins that is the choice, not if you do the work. And yet, what is on offer to you? is far more immense than the world can ever give you. What is on offer is peace and love and presence, beyond anything that the world or yourself could even dream of. The contentment to just be and to see, but see with the clear eyes and see with the open heart. Perhaps there is no one listening to this talk that is not at least desiring somewhere inside this purity that is being offered or spoken about now. There's no one that would say, no, I do not want that. Because that is the inner light that is within all being. So the process becomes becoming aware of your inner nature and allowing that inner nature in its truth, not in its illusion, to shine into your life for your benefit and all those around you. And then you take your peace or your joy or your love deeper into the world. And in the greatest drama, tribulation, the greatest challenge, the greatest difficulty that you can possibly imagine, you take your peace to there. The work then becomes, rather than being one who defends their nature, defends their right, defends their beliefs, no matter how fundamental they may be. Rather than that, they desire to be a true expression of the best version of who they are. Now, even a saint has times where they are less than saintly, although it is far more rare. But that little bit of resistance the saint may feel is the signpost for the extra splinter that must be removed from the personality and the belief. So you can go into your relationships either with a true experience and connection to peace, or you can begin by choosing peace first. Or if you prefer other words, choose spirit first. Choose love first. Let joy be your guide. And as you reaffirm that feeling of peace, then it becomes a pathway that you like to express through more commonly. So each minute of your day then becomes a choice between, shall I act with frustration, or shall I see the love in the world first? And the habitual pathway means you follow old habits time and again. But with awareness and time, dedication, a little practice, you can pick new ways of living your life. New ways of being that expression of peace rather than frustration or agitation. Ways where the menial tasks that all too frequently can be an obstacle to your peace can be the very thing, the very doorway that takes you to your peace. So what was once an obstacle can become the door. If truth be known, all obstacles are in fact a door to your spiritual nature. It is not by avoiding your negative behavior patterns that we spoke about before. It is also not by living the less authentic or even the most authentic spiritual life, but going through those desires and expectation to the truth that sits beyond it. You see, when your anger arises at a difficult time, that anger may reveal to you, if you are sufficiently open-eyed, a frustrated desire. But shoes should not be here, they should be there. They should be put in their appropriate place. And the anger and frustration arise. But the doorway is that true? You see, you can transcend all of the spiritual and non-spiritual hurdles that you face. You can go beyond them, and this is how they become the door. You do not go beyond them by suppression and avoidance. You only go beyond your difficulty by looking into it and seeing if it is true. That shoes must be there. Why can they not be there somewhere else? Now, the ability to transcend any obstacle or difficulty, your errant way, must first involve awareness, and must second mean that the aspirants must be willing and able, even with a little hard work, to see the truth of that belief. And this possibility is only open to those who have done some spiritual work and training. It is not open to the beginner, because they follow the pathways of habit all too frequently. and do not see that there is another possible way. So a little bit of spiritual pathway leads to the opening of doors that you may walk through and transcend some of the experiences that you see in the world. Means you can look through that experience and see beyond what is truly occurring. So this is how you could start to live in the pure nature of being. Seeing the experiences arrive. The judgments that you make of them are old belief patterns. And yet there is a sense of being that sits, waiting to be discovered. Some people could say being is no more than presence. How present you are to your world is in equal measure to how much you see your Creator. And there would not be one of you that would not have the desire, the wish to find their true Creator of all things. And I know this because this is the spiritual path that is only optional in the day you start. So feel your sense of presence, that you are here. Feel the sense of just being. Even if you do not know or are challenged by what you are being. And then God looks through your eyes. And if you can hold your connection to that, you'll begin to see God everywhere. It is in proportion to how much presence you have in life. So perhaps, Brandon, it's probably appropriate now that we have a nice little link into the wish list that people have sent to you.
Okay. We will start with Malada. May Kathy find peace and self-worth. May Spirit bring Melanie cherish time with Pendle. From Deborah, I wish to have Ben's heart open to his family. I wish to have Maynard's heart open to forgiveness. I wish to have Audrey open to releasing the guilt and responsibility she feels. From Tracy, I, Tracy, wish to live being the expression of love permanently now. I wish for Eric, Stephen, and Matthew to know and express their true being now. I wish for Marianne to live in love and not fear, expressing that love now. I wish for Jody to live in and express her true being now. From Dave, Keiko to stop her worries and to be able to sleep peacefully at night. From Wendy, I wish to be a clear channel of love and compassion for all. And for these below, I don't have the names, but that doesn't matter. Amanda K to arrive at inner peace and stillness. Melissa to find her dream job. And my wish for Charles is divine assistance as he leaves the nest. Craig for healing to his mind, anxiety, and body. Amanda for healing my joint injuries. And for Daniel, finds his direction to engage him with friends and a purpose. Thank you.
Brandon, there was one more name that was not given to you, that the medium asked me to add, knowing that you may have resistance to saying it yourself. So this wish is from the medium, given to myself. And the wish, he says, is a wish for Brandon to be recognized far and wide for his spiritual work and music.
I thank you.
The wishes that you have said for yourself and for others is an expression of the love that you feel inside of you. Is an expression for your desire of peace, for yourself and for others. It is an expression of the joy that you wish the world to have. It is the desire to remove the obstacles so others may experience their joy and peace and love. It's an expression of who you are and what you wish the world to be. So the simple act of expressing a wish for the world is a reaffirmation of your true self. And in specifying your wish for others, that wish is at work prior to it becoming known to myself or to this group. And if you wish your wish to come true, and you want others to be clear, to be removed of their obstacles or removed from their obstacles, then let it be said in your heart, that those suffering from pain, the difficulties of life, let their names be felt in your heart. Let their fears melt away by the love that is in your heart. So as the sun rises each morning, the darkness slips away. And as love rises in your heart, the darkness in another can also slip away. In essence, you are asking to be the healing energy for others. Let them sit in your heart. And see them. See the person that you have wished for. See them in the truth of their spirit and the obstacle they face. No more than a leaf or two on the ground. Let your love be the wind that moves the leaves, so the seedling can grow in them as it is growing in you. If you wish to add more names or others, or repeat the same, then please provide the names for next week. If you are willing to take the challenge of which arises first, conscious or subconscious, and where does it come from? Watch and discover for yourself without thinking about it. If you wish to be the best version of yourself, let the love in your heart be your signpost for what is beyond. So build the love and feel the love working through you. It will change the world around you. Start with love and not with fear. Until next week, start with love and not with fear. Sounds simple enough. God bless you all.